Yeah, welcome to this channel. I'm Kusi Achampong. Why is it that we don't do due diligence before we get into relationships? Many people get into relationships and within some few months they're out of that relationship. It is important you do your search well. Many young men are running around and all that they want is the shape of the lady. They don't think about character. They don't think about integrity. They don't think about whether this person can do what I want her to do, whether she has a future, whether she is a homemaker. We don't think about all that. We are interested that she's beautiful. Beauty is good. Of course, you need beauty before you start. But when beauty attracts you, you have to be careful and do your research. We are living in an age where we don't care about doing the research before we decide on who to date or who to marry or we want to be living with the rest of our lives. We are careless when it comes to relationships. We walk around with only physical characteristics, and when it fails, we come back and continue the cycle. We don't think about how we made our first choice. We are only interested in the physical things. When I wanted to marry at age 27, I wanted to settle down. Yes, I made mistakes. When I decided I was going to marry, I did my homework well. When I finally decided on my wife, I knew her. Yes, I knew her family, where he was coming from, and everything about her family. I didn't lazy around with that because I wanted to know enough, and I was convinced beyond reasonable doubt that she was the best choice and is still the best choice for me now because I did my homework well. It doesn't mean there have never been any challenges, there have never been any issues here and there. All it means is that you are aware of what you are getting into. You know the family you are getting into, the person you are going to deal with. There'll be surprises, but it won't change that much. And that is what I'm talking about. You have to understand that you must do your homework well. If you don't do your homework well and you jump in as a guy because of beauty, you make mistakes. A lot of ladies are walking around and they are all looking about handsomeness and whether this person is tall with broad chest and all that. They are good. But you see, when this gentleman gives you one slap, I'm not sure you remember the handsomeness and the broad chestedness, whatever it is. What is important is that this person you agree to date or to marry is the right person. You have done your homework well, you have done your research, you have investigated into the person's family, his background, his friends, what he's interested in, and whether you can deal with all that. Like I said, there'll be surprises in the marriage, but it doesn't mean that you should not do your homework well because this is marriage. It's not boyfriend, girlfriend. And if it's marriage and it starts from the time you date this person, then you must do your homework well. You don't leave anything to chance like we do because many people have done this and they have caused problems for themselves. There are many young ladies who are moving from one relationship to the other. And when you ask them why, they don't have any reason. They think that the fact that I'm dating you, it won't work, I'll just leave and start a new one. You are starting several relationships and you think it's a good thing. By the time you marry, how many relationships will you have been before deciding on one? And if you are sleeping with all these people, imagine you're having sex with all these people you have dated in your life. How many body counts will you have had before you stand before the altar and say, I do to this one man? Same applies to the guys. You are just sleeping around and think that makes you a man. That doesn't make you a man. It makes you a fool because you are just sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You don't know what you are sleeping with, but you think that you are having fun. You are causing problems for your own future. Don't create problems that you be difficult for years. God will forgive you, but there are repercussions for actions. Action and reactions are equal and opposite. And if you don't change from this behavior, you are digging your own grave. So I'm talking to someone who is planning to date or have already dated, and I'm asking you a question. Why did you decide on this gentleman? Why did you decide on this lady? You have reasons. If you are asked that, what at all did you see in this man that you have decided to go out with? What at all did you see in this lady that you have decided to go out? What are you going to say? If you don't have any tangible reason, then think about it again, because it's important to have very cogent reasons. If you are just running with the flesh, that's fine. If because of his beauty, of his handsomeness, fine. Because of her beauty, that's okay. But know that beauty is fleeting and handsomeness doesn't last. After some few months, years, you may not see that anymore. But you'll be living with someone who should become somebody you trust most, because if you can naked yourself in front of this man, naked yourself in front of this lady, then you should be able to trust him or her. But some people don't care about these things anyway. They really don't care. They can go naked themselves anywhere and they don't mind. But if you mind, then think about your choice. Are you happy with the person you are going out with? Or are you going to be happy with the person you decide to date or marry in future? You're a Christian. If you're a Christian, then of course you must do things right, because the devil doesn't want you to succeed in your marriage and will do everything possible to help you make the wrong choice. And if you make the wrong choice, that's the end of your life. That is why I am passionate about this, because I think that many people are making this mistake. They are jumping from one relationship to the other and they are messing their future, their current life and their future life. And it won't augur well for you if you don't take time and do your due diligence, both physically, spiritually, and financially, on this person before you decide to go the long haul with him or her. It is very important we do this. And I believe that if you decide to take time before you make a decision on anyone in terms of the person you want to date leading to marriage, you make a good choice. Like I said, it doesn't mean that it will all be to be rosy all through, but it means that whatever challenges that come your way, you will be able to overcome those challenges, and God will be the leader of that home, and God will help you. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you.